Lauren, you finally got that cup win on Wednesday afternoon. Describe those emotions a full time for us.
I think it was such a great achievement. Obviously it's been a long time coming, especially for a lot of the girls. Some of the girls that are in third year have been waiting for this moment for the last 3 years. There's been occasions when, for example, we've won a trophy last year where we've given the girls the medals and stuff like that in the car park. So I think it was a big moment for a lot of the girls.
Yeah, I mean, the game itself wasn't without its issues. It was quite a heavy game. We had a red card, there was a lot of carnage, a lot of chaos, a lot of tension.
Mm-hmm. How impressed were you with the girls and the way they dealt with it and the way they dealt with not only their emotions but they managed the game as well?
Yeah, I think it was definitely a big game of emotions. It fluctuated. It went from high at the beginning when obviously the girls wanted to go out there and prove what they could do, and to obviously getting the calmness and the composure, and then 15 minutes into the game, well actually the first few minutes obviously we score a goal, but then it's having to come back down and stay composed. And I think obviously after that then there was the penalty, and then there was obviously the red card, and then I think emotions kept going up and down in peaks and troughs throughout the whole game. So I think the girls managed their emotions quite well. It's definitely an area of focus for them probably over the course of the season, and I think they've done well, especially in this game, to be able to stay composed, stay relaxed, and make sure that they continue to control the game.
You mentioned earlier that it's been a long time coming for a few of the girls, for a lot of the third year girls.
Yeah.
We've come close before, we've had semi-finals, we've had quarter-finals, we've just not quite made that final jump. What do you think was the point of difference this year that allowed the girls to go that one extra step and get over the line?
I think a big part of it is, especially for a couple of the captains, they know it's potentially their last year. And I think another part of that is obviously this is now our third year of the programme, which is obviously 3 years into a lot of their degrees, and I think there was probably that little bit more fight and a little bit more togetherness from the third years that obviously needed in the summer amongst the whole squad, that ended up meaning that there was a little bit more togetherness, and they wanted to go a little bit further and a little bit more passionate about it. Alongside that, obviously they've been working hard throughout the whole season to make sure they get little bits of it right. There's been changes along the way, whether that's been with the formation, the personnel that's gone into it, and I think like the level of togetherness that you could see within that game and the run that they had throughout the competition definitely got them to where they ended up.
All the hard work, what it leads to is those incredible scenes we saw at the end of the game with the celebrations, the boys coming down from the stands.
Yeah.
That's a special moment. It's a moment that lasts a lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah, I think no, definitely. I think obviously all the players were on the pitch at the end that were involved in the game, and the ones that obviously came off during the course of the game definitely made the occasion even better. I think another part of that is obviously I'm highly thankful to the boys that came down and supported us, and it definitely made it feel like a great environment. Obviously we could hear them throughout the game. I think they were a big element of the win. And obviously we are going to join in the celebrations at the end, and I think the girls really appreciate that.
And we've mentioned a few of the third years a couple of times already, but it feels like the fitting swan song to the end of the inaugural era of the Eyes Wide Women's Programme, doesn't it? So what's your message, I guess, to those girls who will be leaving us at the end of the season, and that's the last big involvement in a trophy that they're going to potentially have in the sense of winning a cup in that way?
I think obviously they've come on a journey whilst they've been here. It's a big thing for them to come thousands and thousands of miles across the world to come play football, and I think obviously they've had moments where they've probably felt potentially a little bit homesick and stuff like that, and I think there's obviously been moments where they've loved their lives, they've lived their best lives, and I think they are the moments that they come over here for. They've come over here because they want to learn, but they also want to play at the highest at the highest levels. And I think obviously for the majority of those girls to be able to have an achievement like that is obviously what they've come over here for. And I think it's obviously they've developed, they've progressed as individuals and as a team, which has allowed them to get the success that they've got, lifting that trophy that they lifted on Wednesday. And I think obviously taking that back home or wherever they go next is definitely something that's going to boost them in their individual games and in the teams that they go into. Yeah.
So that's the league done, Bucs League done.
Yeah.
It's the Bucs Cup done. NFYL, Sunday League and Sunday Cup all still to play for. Can you do it?
Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. I think obviously, like we spoke about the girls I think have became more of a family as the season seems to have gone on. And I think they've done well to be in the position that they currently are in, where they've got the chance to win 5 trophies. They've already got 2 of them, and I think it's far from over in that sense as well. There's still games to play. There's a lot of big games left to play, and I think this is where they now have to step up to the next challenge. Obviously they've won those 2 trophies, which was a target for them at the beginning of the season, which they've achieved. But there's still targets that we want to achieve as well, as obviously players, coaches and as a team. And I think they're more than capable of doing it. Like you said earlier, last year they won the National Football Youth League and we lifted the trophy in a car park. And for us, I don't think that's quite done. And I think obviously we want to go and show what we can do and make sure that we can potentially show that we can do that again.
I think we'll leave it at that. Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks.